man. Mason Nation, welcome back and bear down. This is one of the funner shows that I get to create because it's all hypothetical and it's just fun. It's just fun. So where this is going to stem from today on these Caleb Williams expectations is going to be from a Twitter post that I created on just yesterday. It was 1:30 in the morning though. So that to you. Let me show it to you. This is from Twitter, and guys, it's crazy. I did not expect 1.6 million engagements on this thing, and I'm telling you, it's not all positive because look what I did. I just took for some fun. I took the Bears roster and some of their historical targets and receptions. Now you've got a lot more mouths to feed, so I realized this isn't, and I just did it for fun, just to say, what if, man? Check out. This is a hype. It's what it is. I like to do some hype sometime. I did the same thing for Justin Fields. I like to hype it and say, man, there's possibilities endless. Let's get excited because I want to be excited. That's what we want to do as Bears fans. So you look at this, DJ Moore, 1,300 yards, Romo Dunze, 1,350 yards, Keenan Allen, 1,000, blah, 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 down, 714 targets, attempts, 481 completions for 5,434 yards. And yes, that would be a rookie record, and it would be technically the third highest passing of all time by a quarterback. So I don't want to shy away from that because, heck, Caleb Williams said right there, I said, don't tell me not to temper my expectations because Caleb Williams told me not to in the press conference.
Y'all belong to a situation that was going to be pressure packed as the number one pick coming to this franchise. A lot of people would kind of try to temper some of those expectations, not as an indictment on your ability, but just to kind of manage some of the pressure. You kind of went the other way, like 8 Super Bowls, hit all these goals. What is it about you that doesn't want to duck any of the smoke that comes along with the expectations?
What's the reason to duck? It's here. There's no reason to duck. I'm here. Rome's here. Keenan Allen, top 5 defense that we had last year. Special teams, all the new roles, whatever. We're here. So I'm excited. I know everybody's excited. The Bear fans are excited from what I've heard and seen, and there's no reason to duck. Attack it, head first, and go get it.
Caleb, you touched on those growing pains a little bit, but kind of everywhere you've gone, you have the confidence that you are the best. Do you come in here expecting to be great right away?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
So from that, we know Caleb Williams doesn't want us to temper our expectations. So let's get into this. Let's look at what's real, what could be, what's reality, what previous rookie quarterbacks have done, and what I really expect of Caleb Williams. And I'm going to do the higher end of it. I don't want to settle for mediocrity. I want to look at reality of what could this be? What could happen for the Bears? All right, so what are the realistic expectations for our generational rookie quarterback? Well, we know we drafted Caleb Williams. He's elite in every aspect, the best prospect since Andrew Luck, right? Many say since Trevor Lawrence, so that's up for debate. But let's look at these most notable rookie seasons. Patrick Mahomes, now some people dispute this because Patrick Mahomes sat for a year. I don't think that diminishes that his first year playing, this is the numbers he put up. This is Patrick Mahomes' rookie year. Now, he came into a great team. They drafted late. Let's go back to that one. They drafted late because they were a good team and he could come in behind Alex Smith. That doesn't change the fact this was Pat Mahomes' first year. Andrew Luck's first year, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud has the most recent best year by a rookie quarterback. Cam Newton, Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott. You can kind of get an idea of where those guys stand. So from this, you can see 4,000 yards would be a pretty spectacular season by a rookie quarterback. Well, we know he's coming into a pretty freaking spectacular situation with, you see him there, you got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett, Cole Kmet, Romo Dunze, DeAndre Swift. He even mentioned in there, why duck? We brought, and he talking about the additions, Keenan Allen and Romo Dunze in there, to add two who had career years, DJ Moore and Cole Kmet. Why would you duck from this? So I'm right on board with you, Caleb. Why duck from this? Well, here's some notable projections for Caleb by those that have come out with him. Now, the draft just happened, so you'll start seeing projection happen. And the most notable one is Draft Sharks has put up their projection. 374 for 590, 4,400 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Now, most projections will be conservative because they don't want to be under, they don't want to be over. So I'm going to be a little more aggressive because I really believe this team has turned the corner. And with that defense, And with the additions we've made, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. All right, so Windy City Gridiron put out an article pretty quickly after where they said he'd go 343 for 544, 3754, 24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. The score didn't give a completion attempt, but they said he'd go 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 38-49. And Colin Cowherd only said 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. But we know how Colin Cowherd works. But I don't hate that. 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That shows some discipline on Caleb's part. Well, let's look at Shane Waldron because he's going to be the new head of this offense. In Seattle, the last 2 years, he has put up 573 pass attempts and 575. So pretty consistent. And the NFL average is 580. Okay? So right along with the averages. Well, now let's look at Caleb in college because Caleb has been unlike any quarterback we've had in Chicago, correct? So now I know, and I'm going to say this, translating from college to the NFL does not equate. There's a learning curve first, and then you're playing a whole different level and style of defense. But if you made a 17-game equivalent of Caleb's last 2 seasons, he would have put, there in the middle, 2023, 5,167 yards, 43 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 2022, 5,266 yards, 48 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I know that doesn't translate. That's just for fun to see what a 17-game college season would have looked like for him. Well, going back to the fun of my little projection, let's look and say, okay, what if Caleb does the NFL average or just above? So 595 projections. If you look bottom right, 595 there, and 35 attempts a game, that would be around 12th in the league for passing attempts, 595 pass attempts. Now, these are numbers based off of how they've done, the receiving percentages and the receptions. So this is just a gauge. But this is what it could look like, and this is what I'm going to go with my projection here. This isn't my Twitter hype. Let's put something crazy out there because it's fun to do. This is actually what I think we could accomplish with this defense getting us off of the field and Caleb Williams running this offense. Now, it might be more fair to make this his year 2 projection because there will be a learning curve. But when the schedule comes out in T-minus 8 days from now, and we have the schedule before us, I'm hoping we get the Panthers for the first game of the year. I'm hoping we get a cakewalk game to make it easier adjustment to get into the league. That's what makes it easier. Now, we might end up playing the Lions on the very first game of the year. That might happen. And either way, that's good too, because then the refiners fire, throw them into the Wolves, let the defense do their jobs, and let him come out and see what he does. He's not ducking from it. Why duck? He's not going to duck. So this is just kind of a comparison. But is it really that crazy when you stack it up to Pat Mahomes? Now, Pat Mahomes had more yards because he had the cheetah, but who knows? We might have, something happen where we get Tyler Scott or Velus Jones on some of those routes where we have our speedy speedster going down there. But this is what I'm going to say. 415 out of 595. Now, it might be 400 out of 595. That's fine if he only has a 67% completion percentage. I'm good with that. 46 yards, 40 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because I don't think this is outlandish. When he's compared to Pat Mahomes as a generational quarterback and the next Pat Mahomes, when that's his comparison, why is that really that crazy? I think it could be more realistic than we think. Either way, it's going to be a really fun season for Bears fans. We've never had something like this before. We've never had an offense stacked up like this. And on top of that, we have a defense that's ready to go, top 5 in the league. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're gonna have one hell of a season. So no ducking it. No reason to temper expectations. Caleb Williams said not to temper expectations. I'm all in. Until otherwise, we're 17-0, baby. There's no reason we shouldn't go 17-0. We'll see what the schedule looks like 8 days from right now. So it's gonna be fun. The schedule release will be fun. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think Caleb is capable of. Yes, I'm aware there's going to be some growing pains, but I don't think they're going to be that outlandish. When he has this defense to support him, when he's got the generational crocodile punter kicking into the 5-10 yard line, making it so the defense can help him out, and then you've got the offensive weapons he has, I really think the sky is the limit for this kid, and I really think he can break the rookie quarterback record. I think he can break the Bears record. I think he can get 40 touchdowns. Absolutely. I think all those things are possible on year 1. No shying away from it whatsoever. Let me know what you think, though. And until next time, of course, bear down.